A terrific crowd on hand for the Outlaw truck and tractor pulling action in Rock Valley, Iowa. This is Josh Mazur.
St. Joe, Missouri, the hometown of the stretch four-wheel drive pickup, 6,200 pounds of four-wheel drive action, naturally aspirated, fuel-injected, alcohol burning. Starting the class off, going over to that left side. He'll be the one opening it up as the red flag flies on him at 304.03.
In the heart of the Midwest, there's a band of modern-day marauders. Mounted atop their beasts, they line up to throw down. They are outlaws.
From Rock Valley, Iowa, welcome to Thunder in the Valley and the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series. Hello, everyone. I'm Claude Wood, along with former puller and expert analyst Dave Bennett. Rick Carlson down on the sidelines for us today. And we have 4 exciting classes ready for you. Get ready. The modified four-wheel drives, the modified tractors, diesel super stocks, and light super stock action.
4 fantastic classes for sure. You got the big smoke-blowing tractors, the light super stock tractors, modified tractors, and of course, modified four-wheel drive.
And in modified, we will bring up Brian Loosebeck. Now, we don't see Brian very often on the Outlaw Pulling Series.
The man comes out of Wilmot, Minnesota, but the Outlaws welcomes anybody that meets the rules, and this is one of the guys that plays with us in Rock Valley, and he's showing why right here. Letting that big V8 work for him as he takes it all the way down to a fantastic pull of 307 and 69.
As Fred Blue gets ready to go, set me up. Tell us what is involved in four-wheel drive.
Well, the tires you see right here is the largest tires you can use in the sport of pickup pulling. No giant tires, and Fred's doing a great job of working them right here. Naturally aspirated V8. He does run a Ford motor with the Ford body. 3, 12, and 17.
This is Joe Claypool. He owns a round track, but Dave, today, he hopes he can go straight.
Yeah, he don't need no left-hand turn on this pass because the competition is here for him with big time. You hear that motor floating just a little bit as the tires getting a hold. Straight down the track, skipping up right on top of the dirt. Going to come in there at a decent distance at 305 and 73. Always would like to have a little bit more.
If you have never been inside one of these four wheels, come on, here we go.
Oh, it can be a rough ride. I've driven one of these things, and it can be rough and loud inside that cab. But a nice pass right here. You can see the dirt coming off the tires.
Up next is Dustin Ritter. He's part of a brother team, and he's the defending points champion.
Defending points champion Dustin and Doug Ritter, they do a great job of reading the track. Dustin's wife just had a brand new baby, and they're at a pull for the first time this year, and man alive, is he going to come right in there with a great hook. He looks out to see where he's at. He knows where he's at, 317.30. He just went to the lead.
That'll bring up another father-son team. This is the Nut and Honey, and this is the son, Nick Christensen.
Yeah, you seen Dad standing over on the side of the track watching son go down the track, not to see if son done it right, but to see if he can do something to his truck to do a little bit better. They both got a truck each. Lays it in there at 308 and 40 for the Nut and Honey.
Well, we'll see if Dad can do better a little bit later. Now, here's Ed Miller. He and his son are truck drivers by trade.
They both share the driving in the Foxy Lady. Foxy Lady is Chevrolet, runs a Chevrolet-style motor with the Chevrolet body. Boys are always a contingent runner with the Outlaws. Looks like he's going to get right up in there. But all the pickups are doing a great job today. You're not seeing much bouncing. And Miller goes 305.84.
Checking out the leaderboard. Hey, Ford fans, you're in first, second, and third place. Dustin Ritter, defending points champion, holding down the lead.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is brought to you by Will Cross Seeds. Good product, good prices, good service. And by Meet Us, fit for your job. And by Stop Fire, the world's best fire extinguisher. And by
ARP, the world leader in fastener technology.
You are part of a big crowd on hand today in Rock Valley, Iowa, part of the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series. And this is Fred Blue in the Ultimate Weapon. Now, this is son Corey's truck. Dad is driving both trucks today, Dave.
Yeah, we seen the secret weapon earlier, so I'm sure he took some knowledge back with him to put in son's truck, the Ultimate. Fred Blue builds motors for a living. He actually builds Ford motors. He knows the Ford brand top to bottom. Oh, look at those tires work. Digging the rear end in. Oh, he's going to love it. 4 feet further than he went in his own truck. He now sets number 2 and number 3.
And that'll bring up another father-son team. This is the dad, Bert Byers, Agent Orange.
GMC body here now. They love the GMC, the Agent Orange. These boys are somebody you got to keep an eye on. They're always knocking on your door. Professional top to bottom. Their motors are as good as anybody's. The truck did a little side skating right there. Lays it in. He's right down there to the right flagman. Oh, listen to this. 0.03 of a foot to the lead. 3:17.33.
That was a great pull indeed. In fact, later in the pull, Dave, he goes to the side of the track beginning there. What's that about?
That's where the truck wanted to go, and you don't want to fight it right there. You don't want to force it to go somewhere you don't, because that's going to cut your distance short.
Bert, a timing system that measures down to thousandths of an inch, a couple hundredths of an inch in your favor this time.
That's good to have it in your favor. A lot of times it's the other way around.
Now, earlier, the dad was watching the son drive, so let's see if Dean has learned anything on this run. What are the little wheels about right there on the front?
All four-wheel drive pickups has got to have some form of rolling device up on the front weight brackets. In case of a drawbar breakage, they don't do an end over end, and I've seen that happen. Took the knowledge he gained from watching his son, put it to this pass straight down the track. Looked like it worked out pretty good. It had to. 1/10 of a foot into 4th place, 3:12.27.
And speaking of fractions, look at the final results, four-wheel drive. First and second place separated only by 3/100ths of a foot. This is the modified tractor class, and this will be the Thermal Thunder.
T55 Lycoming engine inside the Thermal Thunder. Kyle Pesh out of Milford, Nebraska. Takes a high ride right there. That front end up in there, I think it got a little high on him right off the bat. Man likes to charge hard. First puller of the class, and he's going to burn it in as that motor winds down at 2:96.36.
Well, Dave, as we get ready to ride on board, stand by. We have liftoff. Up we go.
Well, liftoff, not exactly what you want right here. I'm quite sure he's wishing he had a little bit more weight up on the front end. Straight down the track is nice. That little more weight on the front would have helped.
Kyle Petch, take us through what happened on that run.
Well, we come off the line and front end come up about like what I wanted. I wish I would have got a little more speed and momentum out of it. Front end bobbled a little bit in there. I think I lost some distance. There's some really good competition back there. We'll see how it holds up, but I think they're going to go over me a little ways.
Okay, Kyle Petch had a turbine engine. Here comes Jeff Paulson. He has 3 Chevys, so what does this class allow?
Modified tractors with Outlaws can run 3 Chevys, D2, 2 full-blown Hemis, or an aircraft engine or an industrial. And these 3 Chevys point in 3 different directions. And he burns it in at 3:02 and 52 with the Chevrolets.
Let's go on board. We'll take a ride on this one. This is a little bit louder, but that is a lot of weight on the front end of this baby.
Oh, you seen that hand right there, that throttle hand. You seen it go far forward. Those motors come to life. You're looking at 6,000 horsepower in those Chevrolets. Off the throttle. He would like to be in the center, but that's where he's going to wind up.
Jeff Paulson taking the lead, and then we said, well, it takes a while to shut down all these engines.
Yeah, we had a pretty good run. I carried the front end a little bit tonight, and we made as good a pass as we could make under the circumstances. I just can hope it can hold up.
Well, that'll bring up Cody Behrens. Now, he's lined up over on the right-hand side of the track, but so far, that's where everybody's going.
But Cody and Brother Bet, they study the track very, very hard, and they like where they're at right there. Got some great ground speed right there. You see the momentum. Tractor's wanting to drift to the left a little bit. Maybe that's the reason why he put it on that far right side. Not going to be a distance they're going to like very much at 2:92 and 27.
Hey, you like these modifieds? We told you would. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll have a whole lot more. It's another standing room only crowd at Rock Valley, Iowa for the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series. This is Sweet Pain, driven by Craig Ulmer, and I'll tell you, Friday night, he knew what it meant to have pain.
In the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series, two-day events, on Friday night, things don't always go well, as happened with the Sweet Pain modified tractor. Craig Ulmer, what happened last night?
Yeah, we had a little bit of a rough run, and we were turning a lot of RPM. We were at maximum horsepower, and we ended up breaking the teeth, tore them right off the transmission gears. Our next door neighbor here in the pits, they also hurt their transmission, and we were able to find a transmission, the whole entire thing to put in, and we stole a few pieces out of the tranny we broke and gave to our competitors. So we're doing a bunch of swapping around, and it looks like we're going to make it just at the last minute.
Craig and Father Kurt worked all night long, along with other people. A lot of other people helped on the Sweet Pain. You see Fight Like a Girl on the side right there. Sister fighting breast cancer, doing a great job of fighting that. As these boys are fighting the track with that new transmission. And oh, are they making it look good. When you make the flagman back up, you gotta love it, and he burns it in right there. And the crowd knows it. He got a new leader, 352 and 46.
Craig, new transmission, put 50 feet on the field. Does that mean like it worked?
Yeah, we'll definitely say the transmission worked for us tonight, that's for sure.
So all that extra work and all the effort of everybody running the machine shops and building things, you're going to thank them all, and it's almost time for a cold one for them later tonight.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We had a lot of family and friends that helped us out, and we sure appreciate everything they do for us.
That'll bring up last night's winner. That's Wayne Longnecker. And you talk about an old engine. This is a Rolls Royce.
Out of a Shackelford, the only one of a kind, the aircraft engine, done his own injection work, put it on methanol, alcohol. Oh, that turn right there is not going to make him happy. You don't like to go across the track, that's going to hurt your distance, and you can tell it 3:35 and 19.
Wayne, numbers 3:35, pretty good, but you went for the long ride going down that pulling course.
I got a little crooked there about the last 80, 100 feet, but you know, when you're that far down the track, it's kind of hard to try to straighten it out. It's a little too late, but yeah, I got out of the groove a little bit.
Cameron Neves out of McAdoo, Texas, driving cotton candy. Usually there's a tie-in. Well, Cameron in real life is a large cotton farmer.
Yeah, him and George is his dad. They both got a pretty good cotton operation down there. 3 Chevrolets, once again in a triangle situation. Not a good pull. You seen that front end jump up and down. Not a good distance for him at all. He's normally better than that, but he goes 297 and 44.
Also representing Texas, here comes Donald Nelson.
Don out of Cat Springs, Texas, driving the Whiplash, the Texas Whiplash. Notice it's 2 Hemis, and they're pointed 2 different directions, joined in the middle. Boy, this track is working on these modifieds, making them bounce up and down. That is going to make for a very short distance. Don knows that he gets out of the throttle, and he only marks 274.83.
Modified final results. Craig Ulmer proves that hard work can overcome adversity. Now, down on the track, Rick Carlson is with the man in charge.
Doug Roberts, president of Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling. You've got a great show going on. Weather kind of was going to be an issue, but it has not turned out to be.
Oh, it's been great. We've had a good time this year. The Rock Valley Pullers just do an excellent job for us. They've been voted Pull of the Year the last 2 years, and you can see why. We had about 6,000 people last night, and I believe we topped that tonight, and it's just an honor to come here and put this pull on for them.
What are your future plans?
We have really expanded in the last 10 to 12 years and moved in the Midwest, and we're going about 70 days of pulling this year in 50 different towns and cities across the Midwest.
Now, all your categories that you have out here, where are the pullers coming from that fill these groups?
Well, we have about 250 pullers from about 13 different states, mostly out in the Midwest. We have a few from what we call the other side of the river, Illinois and further east, but we just have a good following of pullers, and they put on a good show, and that's what makes Outlaws. We're all a big family. We're up to our 3rd generation of pullers pulling with Outlaws, and it's just that's what makes us go.
If anybody wants to find out about your schedule or more about it, what's your website?
www.outlawpulling.com.
First up in the diesel super stocks, Jeff DeMars. Now, Jeff, wrenches on a lot of other people's tractors.
Not only does he pull his own good running smoking hot deer right here, but he turns the wrenches on a lot of other machines, always experimenting on his own rig, not getting a good hook. Oh, something went wrong on him right there. Whatever he is experimenting with, he needs to change that. He only goes 295 and 34.
You don't want to see all that white smoke. Well, here comes Doug Messinger. He's driving Kryptonite.
A long ways from home out of Goodland, Kansas. This man travels a lot of miles to be an outlaw, but boy, does he make it look good. As he is the defending points champion, got the target on his back, and Kryptonite, little bit of bouncing going on right there. And you see that white smoke, a lot of it is oil burn off on exhaust, but he goes 280 and 84.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is brought to you by Riggins Ag Equipment. Spray it or spread it, we have what you need. And by Crop Production Service, the one name in crop production inputs. And by Precision Turbo and Engine, world's foremost manufacturer of high-performance aftermarket turbochargers. And by B&M Racing and Performance, quality performance products that work.
Another terrific crowd on hand at the Rock Valley, Iowa Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series. Let's take a look now in diesel superstock at Hot Stuff.
Richard Cool, Henderson, Iowa. Take a look at the rear wheels. Still got the steel wheels on, and notice it's got the original bolt pattern. This is not a component tractor. This is still what you might call old style or the classic style. And the Hot Stuff right there battling with them, the International. Anytime you whip that sled around like you just seen, that's not going to be a pull that you really like. It costs you some distance on the other end. 284 and 80.
All right, that was the classic look. Now let's take it modern with Adam Vasky.
Yeah, you look right inside the center of those aluminum wheels. You see the big planetary, the new style component tractors. Good run going. Oh, man, the motor went down. Not too sure what took place right there. You see the smoke come out. But he's going to have to live with a distance of 240.20.
Matt Goodwin coming up to the line now. He drives Intimidator. Hey, look at the S on there. Superman, what's up with that?
The Intimidator. Man, first thing I've got to ask, we see the name, tractor well done, but we've got this big S right here in the middle. Why do you have that there?
Oh, I got that nickname a couple years back, probably being a smart butt to my father, but he called me Superman, and it's kind of stuck.
Okay, now, some of the opponents think you may be Superman because you've been fairly successful with this machine.
It's been a good run. They're catching up and they're starting to kick me a little, but we're still trying to keep ahead of them.
The Intimidator's hooked to the sled. Man comes into this show second place in points. He's been an 8-time points champion in the back. He needs a good run right here to go past Kryptonite. Smokes are blowing, tires are churning. He's going to get right down there amongst them. Little bit of dancing. Did he go far enough? 312 and 59. Oh, coming up just a little bit short.
Diesel Superstock. Final results would find Superman. Hey, he couldn't get past Kryptonite when the rubber met the dirt. John Deere finished third. Switching gears, this is Light Superstock, and this is Brian Bowles. He was last year's points champion, and he won here last night.
Haley's Comet, a hard one to run at, I guarantee you. This man has got his game together up in the air. You want to see perfect? Take a look here. That is nice. Probably had to touch the brake on the end. Run out of track, run out of everything. The flagman had to chase him down, and they mark him at 392 and 38.
Brian, you start things off with a 392. Let me ask you the question of the night. Are you going to keep it?
I think I'll keep that one. I couldn't be more tickled. It ran really great.
And that'll bring up Frank Bohaboy. He will be driving Green Lightning.
Oh, this man actually won an award from the Outlaws as having the Hard Luck Award because this tractor fought him for so many years. Man's had a patience of Job, and he's got it on the track now. Looking really good, the alcohol-burning John Deere. Going to come up way back behind that New Holland, distance of 289.09.
And Colton Whitworth, he drives AgriLogic Green, but Dave, it's white, so what gives here?
It's white, and you see a lot of clutch spark coming off right there. AgriLogic, one of the sponsors, that is John Deere. Instead of the green, they went with the white, but they got so many tractors, they got to put a name on it, so it's AgriLogic Green. Does a lot of dancing around. We still see some spark coming out of that end. I'm still thinking he's got clutch trouble at 3:26.49.
And let's go on board.
You can see those sparks. I'm sure that caught his attention. Notice how rough that ride is right there. You can see that camera bouncing. Nah, it should be that rough. Them tires are getting a hold. Going to take it down the track. Sparks right at the end. He could probably done a little better.
Too much fun. Well, you got to love the name of this one. This is Jim Scheffler.
Oh, the Scheffler family, too much fun. They got another tractor called Just for Fun. They have been stepping their game up all year long. You see the tires burning right here. Not getting a hold of the track coming up. He's noticed something right there. He gets off of it at the distance of 2:38.26.
Still with the light super stocks, this is Junior Whitworth. Now what we have here is granddad versus grandson.
Yeah, granddad's going to be chasing grandson right here. Got a good bite. You seen those tires wrinkle. Got a whale of a bite. We got a run going. Loses traction. Spun her in. Oh, look at the fire right there. Excess alcohol. All that is excess alcohol coming out of the exhaust pipes as he marks 3:24.61.
Another friendly family rivalry, father versus son. This is the Schluter family.
The Schluters, when they come, all the John Deeres leave home, I tell you that. Barn buddy. Now this is diesel. Diesel runs against alcohol. That is allowed in the Outlaw Superstock class. The diesel gets a little extra weight. Chuck Schluter goes 283.07.
All right, that was the dad. So here comes the son, Corey. Can he get the job done?
You better get a hold of Corey right here. This man is aggressive. You see that right hand straight forward. He is rocking and rolling. The diesel motor doing its job, carrying the front wheels off the ground just perfect. He's going to mow down Dad, looks like. Where's he going to come in? Marks it at 2:90.62.
Taking a look at light superstock final results. Brian Bowles opened up deer season in his New Holland. All the rest are John Deere's, and they ate his dust.
The light supers are always a classic, and that run right there just set up a great season for the Outlaws.
Well, that'll put a wrap on it for us today. 4 great classes contested here. Wow, what competition we had. For Dave Bennett and Rick Carlson, Claude Wood, so long from Rock Valley, Iowa.